Hello, and thank you so much for joining me. This is Max Limit. Today, we are going to be looking at the iPadOS 17 Beta 2 that Apple just released. I was previously on the iPadOS 17 Beta 1. I did a video. I will link it somewhere in the description or on the card. If you want to review that, you can definitely go and do so. But today, we are going to be looking at the Beta 2. So as you can see here, right from this page, you can see that something is different. As you can see here, we have now the option to either update it now or update it tonight. If we choose to update it now, eventually the software will update. This will take about 20 minutes to do, and then that will be good. We're going to be using the new iPadOS 17 Beta 2. But if we decided to update it now because maybe we want to use our iPad for the moment and don't have time to wait for those 20 minutes, we can do so by just selecting update tonight. Now keep in mind that if you choose to update tonight, eventually there will be a couple of things that you have to keep in mind, that your iPad need to be at least at 80% to be able to do the update, or plug it into a charger, because this update will take about 20 minutes to do so. Okay, that is pretty much it. So this brand new iPadOS 17 Beta 2 comes in the 1.11 gigabyte for my specific iPad. This is the iPad Pro 11. I have this couple of years ago, but it's still working fantastic. And then we are going to go ahead and do the update now. Okay, so we just completed with the update here. So now we are officially on the iPadOS 17 Beta 2. Okay, before we move forward, I just want to bring your attention to the build number here. As you can see, we are on the iPadOS version 17.beta 2, but the build number is 21A526A8H. Sorry, so H because we are still in the early beta. So when it comes to A, that's when we're gonna get closer. So as you can see, we are still a long way ahead of us for the moment to have the complete version. And the first thing that we need to talk about is widget. If we long press on our iPad and we go to the plus sign here, we are going to see that we have a new clock widget. If you go completely to the right, as you can see, it says clock 3, and then when you actually choose it and we add it to the widget, when you press it on it, as you can see, it's like changing color, and then it's actually mimicking the color that we have on the background. This is a very OnePlus that we have here. And the second one that we're going to talk about, which is actually also a widget when we go to the plus sign, is actually the music widget. As you can see, before we did not have this big sign. Now we have a huge one actually. So as you can see here, we have a very big one. If we decided to choose it, as you can see, it is very big indeed. So this size was not actually on the previous iPadOS Beta 1, but now on the iPadOS Beta 2, we do have this big widget. If we go to the Apple Music section, as you can see, we have the crossfade. The crossfade is basically nothing new. We have it for a long time already, but once we activate it, then we have this new section here that will allow you to set the time frame that you want. So the next feature that we're going to talk about is actually when we go to settings, and then we go to the iPad storage. As you can see here, now we have kind of a new representation of our storage, which is actually more accurate. Previous iPadOS version, this was not really accurate. So sometimes you will load it and then the space will not load accurately. Right now I don't have too many things on this particular iPad, that's why you are seeing that my storage is perfect. But previously I was having a misinterpretation of how much storage I have left and how much was actually used. When we go to messages and we go down a little bit, you scroll down until you come to check-in. As you can see here, that is something that Apple introduced at WWDC recently, that whenever someone is outside and then they want to check in with you, they don't need to call you, they can just go for it. As you can see, when we click it now, we have actually some information building up in this specific section. To settings, we want to go to privacy, and we want to go to location and services. Mine is currently off, so I'm going to activate it. And then we want to go to this part here section, and then we have a new toggle here, say Microlocation. We didn't have this prior to this beta 2. So I guess what this means is whenever you want to see your location, it's going to give you a very accurate location. But again, we don't know exactly what this is about yet, but this is brand new to the to the update. So if you don't want to be tracked precisely, before we have precision tracking, but now is micro location. This is very big word, so you need to go and check this out. If you don't like it, just make sure you turn it off. Under the clock, and then we are gonna go to timer. As you already know, now we have the possibility to set up multiple timer here, and then the good thing about it is that you can keep adding this one up, and you have a preset here for quick action, and then we can choose. And when we go back home here actually, and we bring out the notification center here, we can see that all these clock are actually working, and then you have all this multiple clock here, and that is a very interesting feature that is now implemented on the iPadOS 17 beta 2. So these are basically the most important update that we have on this brand new iPadOS 17 beta 2. But again, there are a couple of more that I didn't mention here today. On some other devices, basically some other people, they can see the fitness app application show up on the iPad. On my particular iPad, I do not have that option. I do have the health icon, but the fitness is not showing up. Eventually, I don't have an Apple Watch, maybe that's why, but on some other device, they can definitely see the that option. So there's something that you have to keep your eyes on. Okay, so basically this was a quick review of the brand new iPadOS 17 beta 2 that we just installed on our iPad Pro. And then like I said, to tell you that this is very stable for me. Have been using it for a couple of times now, and it is fantastic. So again, it's up to you now if you want to install, but this new iPadOS brings a lot of functionality to your iPad. So basically it brings your iPad to the next level. All right, thank you so much for watching today's video. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment, and I'll see you next time. This is Maxi Limit signing out.